Hello students, in this video lecture you will learn two basic theorems which are based on derivatives. First theorem is Rolle theorem and the second theorem is LMV theorem, that is Lagrange mean value theorem. Let us start our first theorem, that is Rolle theorem. What this theorem says? It says that let f is a function from closed interval ab to r. This means f is a function whose domain is closed interval a to b, that means all the points from a to b including a and b and in between all the points, and the range of the function is r, that means the function gives the value only real values. The function gives only real values as a result. Now let us start the definition of this theorem, that is let f is a function be continuous function. You have already learned how to find the function is continuous or which functions are continuous. Remember this thing, the function is continuous on closed interval a to b, that means the function is continuous from point a to point b including a and b, right? And differentiable on open interval ab. This means that the function is differentiable on a to b. Now here the bracket is not closed, that means the function may not be continuous at point a or at point b. It need not be differentiable on the end point of the interval. And the third condition is such that, this is the third condition, that is such that f of a equal to f of b. This is very basic condition, that is the value of function at the left end point and the value of function at the right end point both should be equal. If these three conditions satisfy, first condition is continuous on closed interval ab, second condition is differentiable on open interval ab, third condition is f of a equal to f of b. Then what will happen? Then f dash c equal to 0, where c is some point in open interval a to b. If these three conditions satisfy, then there must be one point, say c point, in the open interval a to b such that the value of derivative at that point is equal to 0. Diagrammatically, this theorem can be understood using the graph of a function. Now we need to draw the graph of function satisfying these three conditions. Let us consider this point is a point, this point is b point. The first condition is the graph should be continuous from a to b. The graph should be continuous. There should not be any break in between a and b. The other condition is the function is differentiable on open interval ab. This means that there should not be any corner from open interval a to b, because we know that at corner points the function is not differentiable. Corner point looks like this. If the graph is like this, that means there is one corner. This is a corner. Corner means sharp ends. So if the curve has any sharp ends or corner, then at that point the function can never be differentiable. So for the second condition, it says the function is differentiable, that means the curve is smooth curve. Third condition is the value of function at a and value of function at b is equal. Now this is my x-axis, this is my f of x-axis. This means if this is my a, what will be my f of a? It will be some point on y-axis, right? Let us say this is my f of a. This means this is my point. Then f of b must also be the same point. This point must also be same, because f of b is equal to f of a due to the conditions. Now from a to b, now in between can be any curve, but it must be smooth and continuous. Let us say this curve, this is possible, otherwise this is also possible, this is possible, even straight line is possible, right? The curve may be any of these four types. This is my first curve, let us say. This is my second curve, this is my third curve, this is my fourth curve. Now this means that f dash c equal to 0. This means that there must be some point from A to B at which the slope of tangent at the curve is 0. We know that slope of tangent to the curve at various points from A to B is equal to the derivative of the function at that point. Slope of tangent at C is equal to derivative of C. In the first curve, this means that the C point will be this, because at this point slope is 0, right? You know that slope equal to tan theta, and in this case theta is 0 because theta is the angle which makes the curve with the x-axis. So with x-axis this point will make angle 0. So this is my C point. For the second curve, all the points from A to B are my C points. There are infinite many points. Actually there is one word, at least one C, right? At least one C, because there must be at least one C. It may be infinite C. For the third curve, this is my C, this is my C, this is my C. For the third curve, there are 3 C's which satisfy this condition. And for the fourth curve, this is my C, right? This is C point, C point. Got it? Now let us do one question based on Rolle theorem. Let us do first question from the exercise. Verify Rolle theorem for the function f of x equal to x square plus 2x minus 8, x belongs to minus 4 to 2. Solution. Now we need to check the first condition. Since f of x is a polynomial, because this is a polynomial of degree 2, since f of x is a polynomial, we all know that every polynomial is continuous everywhere. So it must be continuous from minus 4 to 2 as well. So we can write, since f of x is a polynomial, so it is continuous on closed interval minus 4 to 2, because every polynomial is continuous everywhere. First condition is satisfied. For the second condition, we can say that the graph of polynomial is always smooth. The graph of polynomial is always smooth. This means f of x is differentiable on minus 4 to 2, because every smooth function is differentiable. Because every smooth function is differentiable. Now for the third condition, what is my f of minus 4? What is my f of minus 4? It is minus 4 square plus 2 into minus 4 minus 8, which is 16 minus 8 minus 8. 16 minus 16, 0. Now what is f of 2? Because f of b is f of 2. What is f of 2? 2 square plus 2 into 2 minus 8, which is 4 plus 4 minus 8. That is 8 minus 8 equal to 0. F of minus 4 is 0, f of 2 is 0. So f of minus 4 equal to f of 2. Third condition also satisfied. Now this means there must exist at least one point, say C, between minus 4 to 2, such that f dash c equal to 0. Now we need to find f dash c. What is f dash x? What is f dash x? It is 2x plus 2. Derivative of f of x, that is 2x plus 2. So f of f dash c is 2c plus 2. Now put the value in this equation 1. Put this value in equation 1, that is 2c plus 2 equal to 0. 2c equal to minus 2, c equal to minus 1. Now minus 1 lies in between minus 4 to 2, right? Because this is some point from minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. minus 1 lies in between minus 4 and 2. This is the point at which f dash c is 0. Hence, Rolle's theorem satisfied. Hence, Rolle's theorem verified or satisfied. Let us do the next theorem, that is mean value theorem. Mean value theorem. The statement of this theorem is, let f from closed interval ab to r be a continuous function on closed interval ab. The first condition is same as the Rolle theorem, and second condition is differentiable on open interval ab. Second condition is also same. First and second conditions are same. Only two conditions are there in this mean value theorem, MVT theorem. If these two conditions satisfy, then there exists some c in open interval ab such that f dash c is equal to f of b minus f of a over b minus a. Now we can understand this theorem by taking same 2 points a and b. First condition is function is continuous, curve is continuous and differentiable, means curve is smooth, right? We need not to satisfy the third condition. So here it will be possible that this is my f of a and this is my f of b, because these 2 points may vary, right? This may be the curve, or this may be the curve, even straight line may be the curve, or it may be look like this. Anything can happen. Let us consider this is my first curve, second curve, third curve and fourth curve. The theorem says that this is my f of a, this is my f of b. This is the line joining a and b, right? F of a and f of b. This theorem says that f dash c is equal to the secant. Which secant? Secant between af of a and bf of a. There is some point c such that tangent at that point is equal to the secant between a and b, right? Some point c. For let us consider this is my first curve, this is my c point, because at this point the tangent looks like this. It will be parallel to this. That means for the curve second, all these points are c point, because at every point from a to b the tangent is equal to the secant between a and b. For the third curve, this will be my c or this will be my c. There are two c's. For the fourth curve, this will be my c because this is parallel to this, or this is also my c. So there are two c's for the fourth curve. Let us do one question from the exercise. Question number 4. Verify mean value theorem if f of x equal to x square minus 4x minus 3 in the interval a and b, where a equal to 1, b equal to 4. Solution. Again, this is my polynomial, so this is my polynomial, so it means it is continuous in closed interval 1 to 4, because it is continuous everywhere, so it is also continuous from 1 to 4. This is my first condition. Second condition is curve is smooth. It is polynomial, so it is smooth. If it is smooth, then it will be differentiable on open interval AB, right? Then the two conditions for mean value theorems are satisfied. That means there exists C from 1 to 4 such that f of 4 minus f of 1 over 4 minus 1 equal to f dash c, because f of b minus f of a over b minus c. What is f of 4? It is 4 square minus 4 into 4 minus 3, that is 16 minus 16 minus 3, that is minus 3. What is f of 1? 1 square minus 4 into 1 minus 3, that is 1 minus 4 minus 3. Minus 3 minus 3 equal to minus 6. Put the value of f of 4 and f of 1 in this equation. We get minus 3 minus minus 6 over 4 minus 1 equal to f dash c. What is f dash x? F dash x will be 2x minus 4. 2x minus 4. Then f dash c is 2c minus 4. minus 3 plus 6 over 3 equal to 2c minus 4. 3 over 3 equal to 2c minus 4. 2c equal to 1 plus 4. C will be 5 over 2, that is 2.5. This C is in between 1 and 4, right? It lies in between from 1 and 4. Hence, mean value theorem verified. This theorem verified. Let us discuss second question from the exercise. The question says, examine if Rolle's theorem is applicable to any of the following functions. Can you say something about the converse of Rolle's theorem from this example? The first part is f of x equal to greatest integer function x for x 5 over 9. Now, for f of x equal to greatest integer x, what the graph of greatest integer looks like? Let us, this is my 0, this is my 5, this will be my 9, right? 6, 7, 8. For 5, the value of greatest integer is 5. So here it will be my 5, right? This is 5. For 5.1, the value is also 5. For 5.5, value is 5. For 5.9, value is 5. So graph will be like this. This is closed. At 6, the curve shift to 6 point, right? Here, this is my open, because at 6, the value is 6. So 6 will be closed. Here it is open. The graph looks like this, right? Then 7, then 8. Clearly we can see that greatest integer function is not continuous at integer points. It is not continuous at x equal to 6, x equal to 7 and x equal to 8. This means the first condition is not satisfied, not continuous on 5 to 9, because there are discontinuity at point x equal to 6, x equal to 7 as well as x equal to 8. Hence, Rolle's theorem as well as LMV theorem both not applicable. Both the theorems are not applicable. You can solve the other questions from the exercise. Thank you.